Hey folks, this video is just going to show two clips that had some really nice continuation and some of the point out some of the shared components between the two of them and how we can make it happen more often. So I'll let this clip play through and then we'll chat. So I'll stop it there. In three throws with relatively no difficult, um, well-guarded options, we were able to move the disc from the one brick mark all the way up to the next brick mark, which is pretty sweet. So just to take a step back, talk about how we got there. So we were going to run A sweep. A sweep is going to have B, C, and D pushing way upfield, and A sweeping under and across, which is Q. So Q does a good job of sort of faking deep to get his defender a little bit off guard, and then sweeping across. So as Q is getting this disc, Jake, who is in the center of the field, recognizes that where we really want Q to be able to continue, or I guess where it's probably easiest to be able to continue, is kind of across the field, and there's already a couple players on the open side. So Jake immediately starts going across the field, and Q looks that way, which is sweet. And then the next continuation that I think is really important is Allegra over here is making a deep cut from the handler core. So she cleared up in the cutter core when the throw went to Q because that left three people back. And then she's making a very, very strong deep cut here. We don't end up throwing it, but that's okay. So that whole point was really good continuation. I think the key was sort of recognizing that we could attack the break side at an early stall. And the thing that horizontal allows us to do is kind of make that throw all the way across the field. As long as we're doing a good job of keeping the active space clear, then we should be able to make those throws. This clip is against Port Authority. We're going to run a D sweep here instead of an A sweep. So what we're going to see is basically be let's see, A, B, C. So A, B, and C are all going to streak deep, and we're going to allow D to kind of come under. So I'll let the clip play through. Cool. So it wound up being a goal. So we'll go back and just kind of see how it happened. So the first throw was a good break-ish throw to Jake. These throws where we're kind of running across the field and we can throw straight up the field, but Jake can be moving toward the break side are really valuable because then we can throw a breakthrough. He immediately looks to Q, who's coming. Q's making his cut from the middle of the field horizontal like that, so it's a good angle for Jake to be able to throw to. And then Mitch here is making a good, again, horizontal cut. It could be horizontal this way if you wanted it to be, but either way, we're utilizing the horizontal space that we have available in host stack. One thing to note here, I think Mitch's cut is totally fine, but if Mitch thought that his defender was in good position or something like that, I think going here and allowing Jody to attack this space would have been totally cool too. Um, Basically, what we want to be doing in horizontal, if we're trying to attack the break side, is basically like coming from the open side towards the break side. And in this video, we do it a lot. And then Ditto does the same thing for a goal. So those are all like really well timed continuations. And the one thing I just wanted to point out is that Ditto was actually the first person to throw this disc, and he earned separation right there just by kind of running after throwing, and then never gave up the separation. And that's how he ended up scoring a goal.